So here we go. Welcome to today's Uplift Yoga session. Today I was thinking we kind of are at mercy of this very sped up world. And things seem to be changing so quickly and we're trying to keep up that I thought it might be a good time to do a very slow moving practice to get ourselves sort of in our bodies, grounded and in the present moment. So I invite you to find your comfortable seat, whatever that looks like for you today, where you can feel connected to the earth, rooted, grounded, feeling that force of gravity sort of hugging you in, noticing where your body is attached to the earth or resting on the earth. And then just allowing the spine to lengthen and feeling the crown of the head lifting up toward the sky, but keeping that awareness at the place where your body is touching the earth. And we're going to take the left hand and tuck the thumb into the fingers and wrap the fingers around that thumb. And then the right hand just wraps around the whole thing, and then hands come to the navel center. So we're sort of holding this mudra at the navel center. And if you like, you can close your eyes, relax your shoulders, and feel your breath. Inviting the breath in from the top down. And as you inhale and feel the navel expand, you might feel your hands move with the breath. And then exhaling from the bottom up, exhaling out the nose. Inhaling through the nose, top down. Exhaling through the nose, bottom up. And as we establish ourselves in the wheel of breath here, just take a moment to check in with your physical body. Notice any places that are asking for your attention through pain or strain, through illness or injury. Resolve to take care of your physical body as you move through your practice today by either taking extra care, modifying, adjusting as needed, or spending a little extra time on things that will help those places in the body. And then we'll just check in with the mental state and notice the speed of your thoughts today. Have your thoughts been fast or slow? Noticing the quality of your thoughts. Checking in with the mood, emotions, and notice what might be affecting your mood and emotions today. Just observing without judgment the mood of the moment. And now checking in with your energetic state and just noticing the quality of your energy. You feel agitated, scattered, calm, grounded. Whatever the energetic state, just observing without judgment. And we'll come back to the breath. Feeling that smooth wheel of breath, inviting in a 4 or 5 count inhale, 4 or 5 count exhale. We can release that mudra, bringing hands to the knees. And we're going to start our practice with 3 rounds of Om. So inhale, and on your exhale, Om. Inhale, exhale, Om. One more, inhale, exhale, Om. And then moving back to that even inhale and exhale, On the next inhale, reach your arms up, lengthening through both sides of the rib cage. And on your exhale, right hand comes down, left arm reaches, keeping the left sits bones attached to the earth. Come as far as is comfortable. And then inhale back up with both arms up. And exhale to the other side. Reach, keeping the hips, pelvis grounded down into the earth. And we'll just flow from side to side. Exhaling and inhaling. As you exhale, turn the head to look up. Maybe rotate the upper chest a little toward the sky. Finding a little bit more opening on every breath. We'll do one more on each side. The next time that you come to the left, that'll be your last one. And then open the arms out about shoulder height. And now we're going to reach the right arm to the right as far as you can, and the palm faces down. So keeping that left sit bone attached to the earth. And then inhale back up, turn the right palm up. And then exhale left, turn the left palm down. So just kind of like you're wringing your arms as you flow side to side, keeping the pelvis and hips attached to the earth. Exhale, reach. Inhale, center. Exhale, reach. Inhale, center. Maybe looking at that hand as you reach, just twisting. And then coming back to center. Release the hands down. Press into fingertips and lengthen the spine, keeping the shoulders down. Lengthen the back of the neck and bring the head in line with the rest of the spine. Just a couple breaths here, like you're trying to create space between every vertebra. Now your next inhale, reach your arms up, and now we'll twist on the exhale. Twist to the right, left hand comes to right knee, look over right shoulder. Inhale, arms up, back to center, and exhale, twist to the other side. We'll flow with the breath like this. 4 or 5 count inhale, 4 or 5 count exhale. Alternating sides, looking up at the hands on the inhale, looking over the shoulder on the exhale. One more like that. The next exhale, just bring hands to heart center. And bring the thumbs to the sternum. Close the eyes and feel your breath. Feel that presence of your breath. Feel the sensation of just being without anticipating what's next, without rushing forward to the next thing, appreciating what is, even breath. And now gently transition to all fours to this tabletop position. Bring the fingers wide, thumbs point toward each other, middle fingers point toward the front of your mat, knees under hips, and then flat, kind of spread the toes wide and flatten the tops of your feet onto the earth as much as you can, so you're really grounding down through hands and feet. And now sink the spine on the inhale, lifting head and chest. Arch the spine on the exhale, see the belly. Moving slowly and mindfully with the breath through cat and cow, keeping the hands and feet rooted and grounded. Exhaling and inhaling. Hearing that whisper sound, ujjayi breath in the back of the throat with every inhale and exhale. And then we'll gently come back to a neutral spine. And we're going to allow the spine to kind of drop down between the shoulders and then press up out of the shoulders. So this movement is isolated into the shoulders. Elbows stay straight. Spine is dropping down as shoulder blades kind of come together, and then lifting up. Exhale down. And one more like that. And now from here, curl your toes under and just come off the knees so that you're sort of in this all fours position, but you're balanced on your toes. Spine is long. And moving through cat and cow this way. So inhale and exhale. Inhale, keeping the knees off the floor. One more breath like that. And then pause here and step the feet back and press back to downward facing dog. So finding that length in the spine, adjust the feet if you need to. Root down through the ball mounds of the index fingers. Lengthen. Spread the space between the shoulder blades. And just let the head release down. Even breath. And we're going to flow between down dog and plank. So on your inhale, shift forward to plank. On your exhale, back to downward facing dog. Slow and mindfully with the breath. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4. And now we'll add on to that. So we'll inhale, 2, 3, 4. Now drop to the knees. Bend the elbows and bring the chin and chest down. And then next inhale, coming into a cobra. And then we'll come back to our down dog. Curl toes, shift the weight back. And we'll start it all over again. So inhale, 2, 3, 4. Drop knees. Exhale, 2, 3, 4. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. And exhale, 2, 3, 4. One more time. Inhale to plank. 2, 3, 4. Drop knees. Exhale, lower down, chin and chest. 2, 3, 4. Inhale to cobra. And then exhale back to down dog. And pausing in your downward facing dog. Now come up to tiptoes in down dog. Keep that length through the tail. And now bend the knees deep. And then straighten the legs back up. And then heels back to the floor. Again, inhale to toes. Moving slowly. Exhale, bend the knees, keeping the spine nice and long. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, heels back down. And one more like that. Inhale to toes. Exhale, bend the knees. Toes stay curled under. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, heels back down. And then we'll gently come to all fours. And now bringing your right arm high, looking up at that right hand, we're going to flow in and out of thread the needle. So as you exhale, sweep that right hand under the left. Ear comes down. And then inhale, bring it back up, looking up. Exhale, sweep it under. Inhale up. One more time. And then we'll stay right ear down. If you want, you can tent those left fingers and kind of press into the fingertips as you increase the twist in the upper spine. Even breath here. Couple more breaths. And on your next inhale, plant that left hand, come back up to all fours. Moving through a cat and cow just to reset. Back to a neutral spine, and then left arm comes high, looking up. Sweep that arm under. Inhale it up. And exhale down. One more. Exhale down. Tap the fingers of the right hand, press into that hand. Left ear is down. Breathing here in this spinal twist. One more breath. And then plant that right hand. We'll come back to all fours. Curl your toes under again. Bring your knees wide and press back into a child's pose with toes curled under. So dropping the head down onto the floor. Resting the hips back. Walk the hands forward. Couple more breaths. Now we'll walk the hands back, keeping the toes curled under, and bring hands to heart. And from here, see if you can come up to standing. So first come up to toes, so that knees are aligned, and then rise all the way up, and then hands back to heart. And we'll walk to the front of the mat, taking your time, mindfully moving, and come into equal standing pose. Spread the toes wide, place them back down one at a time, lift the arches, lift the kneecaps, lift the crown, drop the shoulders. Exhale, drop the chin. Inhale, sweep arms up. Exhale, sweep arms down. Again, inhale, sweep arms up. Exhale, sweep arms down, and then let the hands come all the way down the outsides of the legs, coming into a forward fold. And then halfway lift, and then fold back down. And then come all the way back up, letting the arms and hands come all the way up the sides of the legs. The shoulders roll back and down, and then hands back to heart. And now we'll step the left foot wide all the way back, setting up for a warrior two, so that heel arch alignment with the feet. And starting with legs straight, bring your arms out, palms up, spiraling the thighs toward each other. Look over that right hand. Exhale, bend the right knee, drop down. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, bend with the breath. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Exhale. Inhale. Next time we'll stay. Exhale. And now inhale, look to your left. Exhale, look to your right. Reaching the fingers in opposite directions from each other. Exhale, right. Inhale, left. Exhale, right. Now pause here. Breathe. Feeling that strength in the legs. Now drop your left hand to left leg. Right arm comes up. Coming into a reverse warrior. Inhale. Then exhale back to warrior two. Inhale, reverse. Exhale back. One more like that. Stay here. Breathe. Reach through those right fingertips. Now straighten that front leg, keeping that nice opening through the whole right side of the body. Spiral the chest up and open. One more breath. And then arms out. Come back up. Release hands and switch the orientation of your feet. So left toes are pointed out. Right foot at a 45-degree angle, legs straight. Starting with arms out at shoulder height, maybe rolling the shoulders back and down a few times, getting upright. When you're ready, exhale, bend that left knee. Inhale, straighten. Looking over left hand, exhale, and inhale. Moving slowly and mindfully. Next time we'll stay, feeling the strength in the legs, spiraling the thighs toward each other. Exhale, look right. Inhale, look left. Exhale, look right. Inhale, left. One more like that with the head. Pause. Steadiness and ease, smooth, subtle breath. Presence, awareness. Drop the right hand. Inhale that left arm up. Exhale back to your warrior two. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale back. Inhale, reverse, and now stay, reaching the left fingertips, spiral the chest open, even breath. One more breath here, and now straighten that left leg, get a little bit more opening there. One breath, and back. Now point the toes in the same direction, hands to outsides of thighs, spiral the thighs toward each other, root down through the feet, a little bend in the knees as you fold forward, coming all the way down. And hands to ankles or wherever's comfortable. Keeping that micro bend in the knees, grounding through the feet. You might even press your hands down into your feet to kind of help ground and root. And just let the top half of the body release. Maybe even sway a little, release the head and neck. Full even inhale and exhale. 4 or 5 count inhale, 4 or 5 count exhale. And now bringing the hands to hips. Reach through the crown of the head. Maybe put a little more bend in the knees as we come all the way back up to standing. And then step back to the front of your mat. We'll bring the feet about hip width apart. We're going to bend the knees so that the fingertips come to the floor, coming into this chair pose. And then inhale the arms up. And exhale, fingertips touch the floor. Inhale, arms up, open through the chest. Exhale. One more. And now bring the arms about shoulder height, palms up. We're going to gently come down to seated. And then onto the back, setting up for bridge pose. So walk the heels in, arms at your sides, palms down. Flatten through the lower back. Ground down through the feet. Ground down through the hands and forearms. Peel the spine up on an inhale. And exhale, roll back down. Press into the feet, roll up, inhale. Exhale down. And just continuing with your breath, finding a little bit more height maybe with every breath. Till you get to your comfortable edge. And then we'll stay. Maybe tuck the shoulders in a little more. You could interlace the fingers if you like. Tuck the chin. Feeling that strength in the legs. Come back to that awareness of the breath. Nowhere to be, just here right now, experiencing the sensations of being in your body. One more breath. And then we'll gently release back down. Just let the knees touch and the feet come out a little wider. Take a couple of breaths. Release everything here. We're going to move back into that with a variation. So when you're ready, bring the feet back to where you started. Knees hip width apart. Press into the lower back. And this time we'll come up onto tiptoes. As you roll up and stay. Option to stay here or bring that right knee up. So shin is kind of parallel to the floor. And inhale the leg up and exhale, bend the knee. You can do this from tiptoes or from flat feet, or you can just stay tiptoes. The legs extending, hold it there, breathe. One more breath. Bend the knee, bring that foot down, back to tiptoe there. If you did the one side, we'll bring the other knee up. Inhale and exhale. Inhale. Then stay. Breathing. If the leg is up, bend the knee, bring it down. Back to tiptoes, a couple more breaths, and then wherever you are, bring heels down and slowly roll back down, and then give the knees a hug. Squeeze them in. Now for this next one, if you have a block, you can use a block for a prop. Bring in the block between the shins. So we want the knees at like a 90-degree angle here. We'll bring the arms out to the side and holding that block between the shins, or if you don't have a block, an imaginary block. Arms out, palms down, feet flexed. And now the block will keep our hips and pelvis in line. So try to keep it that way if you don't have the block, but we're just going to tilt a little to the left, keeping the shoulders down on the earth, and then back to center. And then tilt a little to the right, and then back to center. And continue like that until you come to either your maximum or about 2 inches from the floor. So we're not coming all the way down to the floor. We're just coming to that comfortable edge or 2 inches from the floor or so. And we'll just rock back and forth like that. One more on each side. And then when you've done those last 2, if you have the block there, you can move it. And drop the feet so that knees are bent, spine is flat, and then bring both arms up. And then exhale, bring both arms open and down. Inhale up and exhale down. Inhale up and then stay here. And now bring the right hand back overhead, so back of the hand down toward the floor. It may or may not touch. And inhale up. And then left arm, same thing. And each arm might be different. Each shoulder might be different. So just check out what the range of motion is today on the shoulder. Exhaling alternate arms. And then we'll pause here and imagine there's a rope hanging from the ceiling above you and you're trying to reach that rope and climb up it. So reach your right arm up first, like you're grabbing the rope, rolling the shoulder up off the floor and then back down. Left arm rolls up and then back down. So you're alternating which shoulder is coming up, but keeping the pelvis flat, just finding that movement in the shoulders. And then we'll bring the arms to the side. And now when we move into our bridge, we're going to bring both arms overhead. So press into the feet, hips rise, arms arc up and overhead. And then exhale, roll back down. We'll do 2 more like that. Inhale, roll up. Exhale down. And then last one. And then exhale down. Give the knees a hug. Rock up to seated. And now we'll bring the legs wide. Toes pointing up. So we're going to bring the right hand to the right thigh, and the left arm is just going to wrap around your back. Maybe you can get your fingers around to the front here onto this thigh. If not, no big deal. We're just having that left arm kind of wrap behind to keep our chest moving in the opposite direction. So you're kind of turning your chest to the left, staying nice and tall, and now let that right arm kind of travel down that right leg till you get to your comfortable edge here. Now I'm going to turn my hand so that the thumb is pointing up, and then continue to turn it until the pinky's facing up. So I'm getting my foot with my hand with pinky up. But if your arm doesn't do that, you can just hold it with thumb up on the outside of the foot. So this will create a little more rotation open, keeping the left heel pressing out and active and twisting, chest up, breathing here. Try to release any tension in the head and neck. I know it's not the most comfortable place to stay, but a couple more breaths. And then release the foot, and we'll just gently come back up. Kind of roll the shoulders if you need to. And now we'll turn the torso to face the right. Left hand goes onto that left leg. Right arm comes around the back or maybe onto the top of that thigh. Get nice and tall. And then when you're ready, sliding that hand down. Again, turning the thumb to point up and then maybe continuing it around. Just finding your version of this, whatever it looks like. Whatever you do, trying to keep the chest spiraling open without causing pain or strain. Even breath. Might feel this deeply in that right shoulder. I know I am. Couple more breaths. Release the foot. We'll slide back up. Release the arm. Roll them out a little. And then we're going to walk forward. So keeping the feet active, just walk the hands forward. Coming to your comfortable edge here. Maybe a little bend in the knees. Protect the hamstrings. Just let the head and neck release down. Come back to that breath awareness. Couple more breaths. And then gently back up. Bring the soles of the feet together. Coming into cobbler's pose, hands to the feet. And give the feet a little rub. Soles of the feet, arches, toes. Give some attention to this part of the body that does a lot of work for us. Part that's so far away from the thinking mind, the head. Find your connection to the earth through your feet. And then when you're ready, drop the chin. Slowly start to tilt forward. Coming to your comfortable edge here. If you have a block or a bolster you want to rest your arms on or your head. Just allowing the spine to release, allowing the head and neck to release, soften the muscles of the hands and the face. And breathe here. Couple more breaths. Gently come back up. And now we'll stack the legs. This is fire log pose. So the left shin is facing forward, and then the right leg goes on top of there so that the shins are aligned, kind of like stacked firewood. Get nice and tall again. Head back in line with the spine. Just going to stay here for a few breaths. Feel that opening through the hips. And if you want a little more, you can walk the hands forward and come to a little bit of a fold here. Just coming to that gentle edge where you start to feel something, where you can still breathe evenly, smoothly, subtly. Four or five count inhale, 4 or 5 count exhale. And incidentally, if this one is difficult for you, you can place a block in front of that bottom leg and bring that top leg onto the block. That will make it a little bit more accessible. So wherever you are, we'll gently come out by bringing the hands behind you and bring the feet a little wider than hip width apart and just rock side to side, windshield wiper the legs. And then we'll do the other side. So left leg on the bottom, right leg stacks on top. And again, if you need that, other way. Right leg on the bottom, left leg stacks on top. If you need that block for that top leg to rest on, you can use that. Otherwise, shins parallel, either staying here, feeling the opening. This side for me feels a little tighter, so I'm just going to stay like this for a little while until it feels like it's ready to go deeper. So breathing here wherever you are in this fire log. If you hang out here for a little bit and you feel like you want to fold a little forward, you can gently walk the hands forward, taking your time, even breath. Couple more breaths. And then gently come back out. Walk the hands back if you're folded over. And once again, hands come behind you. Knees back, just a little side to side. And then come on to the back, giving the knees a hug. Squeeze in, get nice and tall and small. Tight little ball, tight little egg. Tense everything, everything, everything tense. And with an exhale, release into your Shavasana. Now, if you like, you can place something under the knees. That'll help release the lower back. You could place something under the neck, the head. Just let the hands fall to your sides, palms up. Soft baby hands. Let the toes roll out. Feet a comfortable distance away from each other. And find your most comfortable relaxation. Shavasana, softening the muscles of the toes, the bottoms of the feet, the tops of the feet. Releasing the ankles, calves, the knees. Feeling that pleasant heaviness in the upper legs, buttocks, hips, pelvis. Soften the lower back. Release the belly. Let go of any control of the breath. Feel as though you're being breathed in and out, like waves of the ocean. Softening all the way up the rib cage, the upper back, upper chest, Soften the armpits and the shoulders, the upper arms, releasing the elbows, lower arms, wrists, soft hands, soft neck. Release the jaw, unclench the teeth. Softening all the little muscles of the face, the cheeks, temples, eyes, soft. Nothing to look at, eyes closed, forehead, scalp released. Feeling yourself being breathed in and out. Feeling a sense of gratitude for this body that you inhabit. Whatever it allows you to do, experience, feel, and sense. Feel gratitude for the places that are functional. Feel gratitude for the healing that is coming your way. And this experience of being alive at this time and being able to experience this moment. As you feel some gentle movements in the hands and feet, move slowly, about half the speed that you normally would coming out of your Shavasana. Take your time, waking up the bigger joints and muscles, maybe stretching the whole body long, rolling to one side and eventually coming back to a comfortable seat. Finding yourself in a dignified posture, head over the heart. And even though this is a slowed down practice, we're going to close with Kapalabhati, which is the skull shining breath. It's a quick breath, but can you experience it with presence and awareness? So to do Kapalabhati, you may bring your hand to your belly to feel this. You close your mouth and forcefully exhale out the nose. And when you do that, you can feel the diaphragm move, the belly move in. So we're going to do that 16 times in a row. The inhale happens naturally. The exhale is the effort. So we're going to do 16 of those. When you're ready, and then we're just going to breathe normally. We're going to do another round of those when you're ready. And then release back to normal breath. And then one last round of 16 Kapalabhatis. Ready? Exhale. And close the eyes and just feel the effects of that breath. Feel it in the head. Feel it in your energetic state. A lightness perhaps, a tingling. Take a moment here to feel the effects of your entire practice on your physical body, on your mental state, on your mood, energetic state. Give yourself a little gratitude for taking the time for your practice today. We'll close the way we started with 3 rounds of Om. So we'll inhale the arms overhead. Exhale, hands to heart center. Next inhale, we'll exhale with Om. Om. Again. Om. Again. Om. Drop the head, acknowledging the divine mystery in everyone and everything, especially yourself. Namaste. Thank you for joining me.